uh, because you want to address this problem. I really encourage you to practice this method, to think about it. You can find online a lot about it. Non-violent communication. I want to give you a second tool that is also very important for your life. It is based on Gary Chapman, the 5 languages of love. Maybe you know that already, but let me give you again a view on this tool. The principle of this theory of Gary Chapman is to say, in a figurative way, all of us, we have a, a love tank inside, and when this love tank is full, we feel happy. It means when we feel loved, we feel happy, all of us. This is the day we are singing, we are happy, because life is good. And why is life good? Because we feel loved. We feel that things are okay, and the people that matters for us are loving us, and we feel happy because this love tank is full of positive emotion. And everything is going well. These days, everything is just going well because you feel good and you are happy. Now, on the opposite, when this tank is empty, because you had a conflict at work, because you are under stress, because you have a very important meeting and everybody is late, and you feel so, you are strained. Your tank is empty at this moment. Now you are close to anger, to violence, I don't know what, okay? Um, what is extremely important in your relationship, in your family, is to make sure that you fill the tank of each other, that everybody feels okay. In your daily life, you have some events that are filling up your love tank. Everything positive, emotional, physical affection, the help you receive, the attentions, the kindness of people make you feel good, feel loved, and now your tank is filled by this positive sign of love. Your tank can be empty uh, by negative experience, unnoticed efforts, personal attack, conflict, broken trust, lack of affection, when it can be full by emotional support, understanding, affection, reassurance. Intimacy. A conflict can be very stressful and tense. Okay. What is important in this theory is to say, if you feel okay, everything is okay in your life. Everything goes well because you are in a good disposition. And you are in a good disposition mainly when you feel loved and appreciated. The opposing is when now you feel judged, you feel attacked, and of course you start feeling bad. Okay, this theory has been put in place by Gary Chapman, who is a great counselor of couples, to help him to solve conflict in the couple. Because he could see the husband coming to complain, and now when he hears the husband complaining, he says, hey, the wife is very bad. Now he has the wife coming, and now she complains against the husband, and he said, hey, but this doesn't look so bad. Maybe the husband, but he can see actually, but both of them are trying something, both of them are something good, both of them have a good will. Why are they not meeting in the middle? Because this man complains so much against his wife and he says everything he is doing for his family. This wife complains so much against the husband, but she can show what she really does to save her couple, to save her love, to save the family. These two are trying so much in their own side to solve the situation, but they don't succeed at all. It's not working. And he could see that the man is sincere and the woman is also sincere. Why it is not working? This is how he came up with this theory of the 5 languages of love, saying there is different languages, and maybe one is speaking one language and the other one doesn't understand. You are married, but one is speaking Chinese and the other one is speaking French, and they don't understand each other. For him, he is expressing his love in Chinese and he doesn't understand, and she is expressing in French and he doesn't understand. And actually, through this awareness, he could solve many problems in couples. Because if you consider that for your couple to go well, you need your spouse to be happy. If you want your spouse to be lovable, he has to be happy. Because if he's not happy, it will be very difficult to love. And you will suffer if your spouse is not happy. How can you make your spouse happy? Feeling the love tank of your spouse. It means your spouse has to feel loved and to be full now in his tank. Saint John Bosco was exactly saying the same in education. He was telling the educators, it is not enough to love children, but your children, they must feel that you love them. And he says it's different. Maybe you can love them, but they don't feel that they are loved. It means this is your duty not only to love, but to make sure that the person will feel that you are loving. Be careful with tough love, you know? Tough love is good, but maybe cannot be felt so well by the child. You know, you are so strong for the sake of your child, but maybe he doesn't understand that is love. Maybe he thinks it's hatred for him. Okay? For you, maybe you sacrifice beating your child so much It's a sacrifice for you, but your love is not understood. It is taken as hatred and not received. This is why it is important to know what is the love language of your partner, of your spouse, and it is important for him to know yours, and maybe it will be important for you to know yourself also about it. Basically, he found 5 languages of love. The first being words of affirmation. When words of affirmation is your love language, words build you up. You thrive on spoken affection, praise, encouragement, and compliments. Rash words and criticism can bother you for a long time. A great artist was saying, I can live 5 years with one compliment. It's giving me energy of creation for 5 years. But I need good words. I need to feel appreciated. And you can get whatever you want from me if you just value what I do. You thank me, you appreciate what I do, I will feel good, I will feel happy, you will have made my day, and I will even do better because I love when you thank me like that. Some people are so much affected by language that they can also feel extremely bad if they are despised, mainly in public, reproached in public. And women are very good at this very bad game. You know, sometimes you have a conflict in your couple, and because you don't speak together, you wait for someone to be here, and now you can start criticizing the partner, you know? And now you have someone listening to you, and you say, oh, you're happy with your husband because your husband is always helping you at home, you know, meaning, okay? And the husband is there. He feels attacked in public. He feels despised. He feels humiliated in public. And you are very happy, and you say, I am marking my points, you know? You will pay it very, very heavily, you know, because you are affecting maybe the dignity of your man in public. And this is happening very often, you know. You use the presence of someone to attack someone else indirectly. For someone who is affected by this language of love, he can feel extremely bad and he will never forgive you that. Never. You have just killed yourself. On the opposite, if he is so sensitive to that, if you praise him in public, he will feel so good. And you will have built a better connection, and he will love you more because you are a source of self-esteem and a source of appreciation. But be very careful of the words you are using with someone who is sensitive to that. Maybe it's not your language. Maybe it's not his language or her language. Maybe, okay. But if it is the one, you have to be extremely careful the word you are using, the kind of compliment, encouragement, or if you discourage someone. Because if you do that, you are just killing and make someone feel very bad, and you will suffer from that also. The second language is acts of service. Anything that your partner does willingly to ease your workload is a sign of love to you. You feel cared for, when your partner makes something to help you, even before you ask. And on the other hand, if someone is letting you down, you feel extremely bad. Some people are like that. They feel loved if they are helped when they need it. And it is a way men can show their affection, doing so much for the family. And maybe for them, it's a real sign of love to express their love this way. But I have done so much for my family. I have sacrificed so much. I have helped so much. I have built this house. I have done all these things. All these things were service given. I have worked so hard for the family, and now you don't appreciate. Yes, but maybe the wife was not even interested with the swimming pool, with the house, with all these things. She wanted just you to sit with her and speak together, you know. And maybe you were expressing your love, working so much, doing so much, never being at home because you are so busy working for your family, but your wife has never seen you sitting with her and speaking together. And for her, she had this need of quality time, and she never received it. And this is this kind of a misunderstanding you can have, where a man is really convinced to make his wife happy, providing for everything, but she is not interested with that. She will be happy to live in the forest, but to have time to be together. Receiving gifts, if it is your love language, every time you receive a gift, you feel the love of the person who has been thinking about you. And you know, actually, the gift is an expression of the love. The gift is not just a gift. When you give something, you express your love for this person. And some people are really reacting to that. And if it is the case of your spouse, it's not even a need for expensive gifts. You don't have to pay so much. If your child is so sensible to gifts, you even find a nice stone in the garden, and you bring it to your child, and your child will feel so happy because you have been thinking about him. Or you bring something very small, you know. You come back from somewhere and you offer a pen, you know. You bought a pen for 50 shilling, and you say, "Oh, I was there. I have brought back a pen for you." If the person is sensible to that, person will feel loved so much. And you don't need to spend so much money. You just need to care for this need of the person to be offered something, because for her or for him, this is the way he feel loved. Quality time, that is very important for women usually. To you, nothing says you are loved like undivided attention. When your partner is truly present and not looking at their phone, it makes you feel important. Failure to actively listen or long periods without one-on-one time can make you feel unloved. That is extremely important to take care of this need of quality time. The last is physical touch, holding hands, kisses, hugs, other touches are your preferred way to show and receive love. Appropriate touches convey warmth and safety. Of course, it is usually very important for men. Men are really concerned with physical touches, with sexual relations as a part of it. Not only sexual relation, but it is very important for men. And that has to be understood. If women are really on quality time, men are a lot on physical touch, and this is a fact. But I think it's important for you, I think it's even a duty for you to know the love language of your partner and to make sure that your partner is feeling good and feeling love. Because if your partner feels loved, he will be indestructible. Nothing will stop him, okay? If you can feel this tank every day, you make your partner extremely strong, okay? But if you don't feel this tank, if you let this tank being empty, you endanger your couple. You endanger your partner. And he can break down. And that is the same for your children. You should absolutely know what is the language of love of your children and make sure that they are feeling good. Because if they feel bad, they cannot do well. They cannot be okay even. I think it's a very important duty. And you can see how charity is working very well with this method of communications and this tool of psychology. Because actually, all these tools are helping you to love better, to love efficiently, to make someone feel that he is loved. Even the method of non-violent communication is a very respectful method to deal with people. To feel that they are respected and you don't attack them and you know how to deal properly with people. These 5 languages of love are extremely important also for your couple to be a strong couple that will feel very well during the whole life. And for your children, I can tell you, this is your duty to make your children feel happy at home, feel loved at home. If a teenager doesn't feel love at home, can tell you he will find love somewhere else. It is clear. Because he needs love. Love is, can see this tank of love, better to be hungry and fast for 2 days, but be loved, okay? To live of love and fresh water. But if you don't feel loved, you can even kill yourself. And when a teenager tries to attempt suicide, he is just saying, I am not feeling loved. That is the only message he is giving you. Maybe you love me, but I don't feel it, okay? And this is why I'm trying to attempt my life. That you can understand that I don't feel loved by you. And that is extremely serious. If you want your teenager to behave properly, make sure they feel loved. It's not enough to love, they have to feel that they are loved. And if you want even your partner to be faithful and to be happy, make sure he's happy at home. That is, home is safe and secure, Home is a place where he feels loved. Because if your partner doesn't feel love at home, you will find love somewhere else. And maybe you will be guilty for that. And, I will take a second example against women, and I'm sorry, maybe I should balance, but we have a society that actually is putting a lot of guilt on men. But yes, some men are misbehaving a lot. Some men become drunkards. But the way they are handled at home is not also a good way. A woman can really also harass a man with wrong attitude at home and make him feel so bad that he just has to go and leave the home. Let us always be very careful when we see a problem in a couple. The one having the bad behavior is not always the one guilty. Okay? You can induce the bad behavior of your spouse, being not respectful, not showing love. There is letting your partner feel that he is not loved. And now, yes, he will look for love somewhere else. And maybe it's your fault, you know? You know what I like with all these techniques? All of them, they help you to be more responsible. They don't tell you you are the victim. No, you are not the victim. You have something to do, and maybe you are the one guilty. You cannot change, in this communication, you never say you can change someone. You only say, I can change myself. I can communicate better. I can speak better. I can love better. And even Gary Chapman has a wonderful chapter in his book of the 5 languages of love. Is when now the relationship is broken, when one wants to leave, can you save this relationship? And he said yes. And he has helped couple that were about to divorce. Just he had one spouse, and he said, okay, your husband wants to leave, okay. Let us try to save the situation. What is the language of love of your husband? Okay, actually, in the example he gives it was a sexual relationship. Okay, when was your last relationship? 1 year ago. Okay, how is he feeling? Of course, bad. Okay. You want to save your family? You know what you have to do. Try to make him happy. Try to feed his love tongue. And you will see what will happen. And now he is quoting the gospel. Give and you will give. Give and you will be given. As much as you give, you will receive. Give love and you will see what will happen. But most probably, if you make your partner very happy, he will show you some gratitude. He will feel happy and he will start to give you back. And he has saved some few couples who were in a difficult situation to say, okay, maybe we cannot work together because your spouse is already upset. You cannot speak with him, but you love. And actually, this is where we say that the commandment of Christ is not be loved. The commandment of Christ is love. Love, love, and love. And probably he will give you back what you give. No? If you attack someone with anger, he will answer you back with anger. If you provide someone with a good love, maybe he will give you back love. Okay, I don't want to be more longer. I think we have exhausted the program of the day. Unless you have some questions you want to ask.
You say that there's three different ways to communicate. So what we've just covered now in the afternoon is non-violent communication.
Yeah, and now when I was saying these three levels, it was need, feelings, and demands, and that was to refer to the non-violent communication that is based on that. Yeah, on these three levels. Uh, yeah. Okay.
Unless I didn't get you right, you indicated that often when one partner is maybe going astray, they are not necessarily the cause most of the time. Maybe I would pick infidelity in this scenario. So my question, the other partner has not responded in the way that you wish. What other way would you do other than now also go in this direction? Maybe this partner has not felt the justice has become promiscuous. So the other partner also goes the same direction. What would be prudent to do in this? Do you approach this person so that you don't end up also being going astray?
Yes. In case of infidelity in the couple, what do you do? It's a difficult situation. You have the right that gives the Catholic Church. In case of infidelity, you can walk out because the contract is not broken, but it has been injured so badly that you can say you have the right to step out, not to break the marriage, not to start a new family, but to say I cannot accept that. It is a right, but it's not always maybe the best attitude. Sometimes it can be better to forgive, maybe for the sake of the family, for the sake of the children. Maybe it was a mistake, and the person is really sincerely ready to correct his ways. And forgiveness can be better, of course. Because there is a family, because there are children, because if we can save this family, it's better than to break it, you know. I think it has happened many times in the history of the humanity, and not every time the people have run away, you know. They knew, yes, it has happened, but for the sake of the children, you forgive. After, yeah, there are some other elements, and it's not only, it can be also the situation can be unbearable, can have violence, you can have other elements that makes you to say we cannot continue. But I think it's good to, if possible, to continue. And actually, love of enemies is sometimes good in the marriage itself. You know, you have to love someone who is difficult to love, and you know why you do it. You know you do it because this is the best. Okay, you can do it out of forgiveness, out of Christian love. You do it also because you have no choice. It is the only good option for the sake of the children, for the sake of the family. And it's better this way, and now you forgive. Of course, you should not become guilty yourself in your own side and revenge this way, doing the same. Yeah. But I think, if possible, forgiveness is the best option. Yeah.